Welcome back to Western Mass News, everybody. And we've had some wet weather out there earlier today, really yesterday afternoon, and that's going to continue into today's afternoon.
Yeah, yesterday we had a couple of isolated downpours come through. We had a severe thunderstorm warning, flash flood warning. Today, kind of much the same. We're going to be looking at a little bit of some unsettled weather once again.
Yeah, look at it out there, muggy and dreary across Western Mass.
Yeah, definitely. We're starting off with a little bit of some low clouds as well as a bit of some fog across the area, and it is definitely muggy, like you said. Right now, the dew point is sitting at 73 degrees as well as the temperature, so a warm and humid start this morning. And today, the first half of the day will be mainly dry. We do run the risk for an isolated shower as we head through the late morning and into the early afternoon, but the real wet weather doesn't come until later on today. As we take a look at the satellite and radar, you can see pretty much over Western Mass, we're just dealing with a lot of cloud cover. But then as you look into portions of New York and into Pennsylvania, you can definitely see already some showers starting to kind of form through, as well as a line of thunderstorms. And we are tracking wet weather that will be moving across our area as an area of low pressure passes off to our south over the next day or so. So as we take a look at your 24 for today, we're going to be looking at mainly cloudy skies. We do run the risk for an isolated shower or even thunderstorm as we head through the late morning and into early afternoon. And then as we head through the rest of the evening hours, that's when those showers will start to become a little bit more numerous as well as a little bit more heavy. We could be looking at some isolated downpours as well, and so the flooding is a little bit of a concern. So we are going to continue to see that as we head through the afternoon and into the evening. As we head into the overnight hours, the showers become a little bit more widespread. We'll continue to see downpours, and temperatures today are only going to top off in the lower 80s, and overnight they're going to only get down into the upper 60s to around 70s. So there's not going to be all that much of a temperature swing due to the wet weather. As we're waking up tomorrow morning, we're going to continue to see some showers and downpours across the area. And then as we head through the rest of the day, we'll continue to see some downpours as well as the chance for an embedded isolated to strong severe thunderstorm. So there is a severe weather aspect to it as well as a little bit of a flooding risk as well. The flooding being the main concern. We are just in our marginal risk for severe weather. Then for tomorrow, we'll start to see those showers tapering off by the time we head into the evening. And it looks like Tuesday will be mainly dry. The excessive rainfall outlook does have most of Western Mass under a moderate risk, which is a 3 out of 4 on that scale, and then rain chances or flooding risks do kind of diminish as you head out towards the eastern portions of the state. And then for tomorrow, we do kind of shift that around a little bit. We still are under a moderate risk for excessive rainfall and flooding, and then as we head down to our south, it becomes a little bit more less risk for flooding. So all said and done, some areas could be picking up anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain, and then locally we could be looking at anywhere between 4 or 5 inches of rain, depending on where some of these heavier rain bands set up. But it looks like the heaviest of the rain right now is going to be pretty much setting up right at I-91 and points west. So you can see over in the Hudson Valley, they're going to be looking at the jackpot right there, where they could be looking at anywhere between 4 to 5 inches of rain. That's not to say, though, here in Western Mass, we can't see totals that high, especially depending on where those stronger cells set up for the thunderstorms as well as the downpours. So with all that said, the National Weather Service has placed all of Western Mass under a flood watch, and that goes into effect at 8 p.m. tonight, lasting through 8 a.m. on Tuesday. And this is not only for Western Mass, but all of Vermont, most of New Hampshire, all of Connecticut, portions of New York, and then down into Pennsylvania and New Jersey as well. In terms of severe weather, today we are just under a general risk or a marginal risk for severe weather. So you can see here in Berkshire County, we are just under a marginal risk for severe weather. So we can't rule out the risk for an isolated strong storm, but that severe weather risk does increase slightly as we head into the day tomorrow with a marginal risk, which is a 1 out of 5 on that scale. So with all this, we are going to be declaring tonight and tomorrow first alert weather days, with the main concern being flooding, as well as the chance for a strong isolated to severe storm as we head through the day tonight and into tomorrow. Again, we could be seeing most areas looking at 1 to 3 inches of rain, and then depending on where that heavy rain sets up, we could be looking at anywhere between 4 to 5 inches of rain possible as well. The good news is it looks like after we hit Monday, we're going to be drying out for Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll also be warming things up once again, with temperatures taking a run at 90 once again. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, it looks like shower and thunderstorm chances return, with temperatures in the middle 80s to around 90 degrees. And then it looks like we kind of moderate a little bit as we head into the weekend, with some spotty showers possible both Saturday and Sunday of next weekend.